Hello and welcome back. I'm very sorry for the gap of not uploading any videos, but as some might have realized, I moved my apartment and the kind Mark Hutchinson of Friendship Shaving has already mentioned it is still a bit chaotic, but I'm getting through this pretty confidently. Today's topic is actually something that popped into my mind when I was talking to Mark Hutchinson, aka the Friendship Shaving nice guy who is constantly reviewing and presenting good shaving products to us. I was thinking about maybe I give you a bit of back history. So for me personally, I thought, okay, I will only start uploading YouTube videos when I found a solution and a proper solution to my hair loss. And I did 1.5 years ago, which was basically the usage of oil-based pomades and the usage of good ingredients in this. So I got my hair grow back and I thought, okay, there are these ingredients, these substances who are like enhancing and supporting your hair growth, your skin health and scalp health and all of it, but I cannot imagine that this is only limited towards hair products. So personally, I was searching YouTube and of course I stumbled upon the YouTube channels of the wet shaving community. And what I figured out was that there are a bunch of people who share actually the same enthusiasm as I do for hair products, but for shaving products. And something I instantly noticed was that the shaving soaps and the pomades share a lot identical ingredients to their compartments or certain types that are way more different. For example, in hair products, of course, we have the beeswax, especially in the oil-based pomade. We have the beeswax, and we have a lot of more medical mineral oil, which adds a lot to hairstyle stability and health of the scalp skin. That is not so present in shaving soaps. But we have, for example, the lanolin. We have this almost the same oils are used in pomades as in shaving soaps. So I started, watching these YouTube channels, and I stumbled and, of course, stuck upon certain ones. One was, of course, Mark's channel, Friendship Shaving, and the other one was Jim Will Shave, aka Jim Henderson. By the way, as a maybe funny side note, he looks definitely like my grandfather. So, apart from that, I watched these videos and I was thinking, okay, but I did never ever think about why I never had problems, for example, with my shaving or how I shave, or what else, and I started analyzing it. So the contrast, especially to my hair problem, of course, was that I did not have hair loss or less beard growth, but the thing was that for me initially, I am very fortunate to have very lovely parents, and my dad, when I hit puberty, alongside with my grandpa, showed me how to wet shave, and basically the classical way. So how to do the lather and to foam your face and to prepare everything and use a safety razor. Unfortunately, these things are forgotten these days, and that is the reason why, unfortunately, we are some sort of a niche by the industry, and I can tell you this with 100% certainty. The pomade users, and I'm talking about the oil-based pomade users, and the wet shaving community with their safety razors are seen as freaks. Because the industry thinks, okay, we serve and you have to take it. The thing is that when you're coming from my personal way, I can tell you that especially the gels and the waxes and all this unfortunate crap that is poured upon us is so toxic, for example, for your scalp skin and your hair. And you know, you do not face this necessarily when you come to shaving, but you face a lot of what I would call convenience products. You can say, yeah, you can use a cartridge razor. You can use an already made or pre-made foam tin where you just put it on and you start shaving. Now, the reason why I continued shaving with a safety razor was rather a medical one. And this one was discovered by my grandfather, who clearly came with it because, you know, he had my dad and my uncle as his sons, and you know, he's the one shaved with a safety razor, the other didn't. The one who didn't got much more acne than the one who did. And he told me that, and he said, okay, you know, it's up to you, you can do whatever you want, but I strongly would recommend use a safety razor, and your dad and I will show you how it's going to be used. And I said, okay, before I get acne, I'm going to do this. And it was true. I never was facing severe sort of acne in the typical regions. I had another experience where that was pretty markedly true, because I was pretty much into sports and I played football very intensively, and you know, so I was body shaving. And again, you know, when you are in the puberty, you know, acne do not necessarily only hit your face, but also your torso. And I never had acne in this. I started to have acne though in the regions I didn't shave, for example, my nose or my forehead. And that was for me a pretty strong and recognizable difference. And it, from my point of view now, makes totally sense. Why? With the safety razor, you get a constant peeling on your face, which you do not necessarily have with a cartridge razor, because you just rip off the skin, and it's, you know, you cannot adapt with these 4, 5 or whatever blades. The safety razor is there much more, how can I say, gentle, although it requires more technique. So it is the way of to shave with the safety razor is more time consuming in the beginning, but in the follow-up it isn't. And I went that road, and I'm very, very, very happy that I did. And now I was thinking about, okay, you know, these oil-based pomades helped me so massively, but why I never faced any problems with, you know, wet shaving, because a lot of people, you know, were trying to convince me, okay, use an electrical one or use at least a cartridge one, you're much more faster. I always saw it as a sort of ritual, sort of self-caring, grooming ritual, where, you know, I made my lather, put it on, and just for shaving. And I hope that I can get the message across with this video. Those people who like oil-based pomades should definitely put more of one look into the good and healthy shaving soaps that are available. You can check out many videos by Mark, aka Friendship Shaving, or Jim, aka Jim Will Shave. These guys introduce really, really nice and good products. Personally, if I stumble upon one, I will definitely do one myself. Yeah, and so far, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're healthy, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.